Vamos lá, galera, vai começar o Pet Note. Silêncio. Começou.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the OB53 Patch Show. My name is Rain Day, and it's a
Patch Notes de verão, né?
day.
O verão começou lá.
According to whoever named our patch notes. Congratulations, Nick. Made it back from the beach in time.
Yes.
He's definitely feeling the summer heat. This is high-res pretty hair Nick Keogh. Of course, I'm joined with lead designer and lead art director Thomas Holt. High-res holding the corner there, and Garrett holding things down in the middle. High-res Martini.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
I
Really
see.
good.
I see. What's funny is you guys tried to hide that you were wearing the same shirt today, and you put one jacket on so that he zipped it up right there.
Like, yeah.
Right, me, I'm staying
figured this out.
patriotic. You know, representing our ideals of freedom here in this country. Okay.
Lots of freedom.
Lots of freedom.
Beaches. Lots of freedom.
So we're excited. There's a lot going on today. I don't want to lollygag too much. And let's get into the good stuff. Of course, you guys have been waiting for this for a while. The first thing we've got coming up in OB43 is a brand new chest. It's the summer chest.
Yes.
So talk to us. What's in this chest?
Temos baú de verão.
A nice looking dude there.
Cara, esse Lex ficou muito bizarro,
so Lex and Cassie both getting some love in this one. You know, obviously.
Eu conheço esse Lex de algum lugar, cara.
Yeah, this is good. There's a lot of impact input.
Sempre tem alguém parecido com o Lex.
In fact, the Cassie here is actually an idea that was pitched out along with some concept art from one of our environment artists, Gannon. So this is a whole team kind of got into it, kind of figured out a bunch of ideas. We'd seen a bunch from the community as well. Kind of went through, ended up going with Lex and going with Cassie for this, and then yeah, we have Independence Day coming, so we got 4 new weapons.
A Cassie parece que ela tá grávida, vai amamentar.
Forward showing that off as well.
If you were smart, you could have seen him in the chest because some were kind of hanging out here. But let's take a look at the babe with the not zigs anymore. I don't know who you call that, but that is
it's a summer zigs.
His cousin.
It's a summer zigs.
Okay, it looks great. Looks fantastic, and again from one of our own here concepted, it seems like, with the wrecked bow. Apparently this does not come, it's just the skin, right? No weapon with this one. Other people will be getting the weapon. In fact, Lex, who you did see, does himself have a weapon. It is pretty exciting as well.
Yep. So with this, you get the ACC. It's a different kind of haircut and the sunglasses and stuff, and then of course the body. So you get the full skin, and obviously the marvelous update to Ziggs there.
And there's a voice pack as well for this girl.
That is correct.
So let's play and hear a little bit of Sun-Kissed Cassie.
Cassie. Welcome to Row Watch. Spine straight, shoulders back, knees loose. Find your chakras and just breathe. I like your shoes. JK, they're lame.
That's funny.
High-res colocando mensagens subliminares na live stream, cara, level 669.
Wow.
Fuck, High-res.
This is amazing. Back end story of this, you know,
High-res tá muito
James Horgan, who runs
escrota,
the
né?
camera for us, often helps to put together these voice packs and these lines. Asked me for my, you know, my California kind of, is this Cali girl enough? This
O
Valley
pássaro dela poderia ser uma arara azul. Mas essa skin não é brasileira, é o verão americano, né?
I know a lot of people had ideas, but I mean, it turned out amazing. She's got such a personality.
Yeah, it's great. Both of these skins, I think, really are just amazing. Especially taking the voice pack into it and just the overall kind of personality and tone. Hopefully, we get a chance to hear Lex's as well. And then and then even though they are skins, we did some VFX updates as well that hopefully we can show you. So
that's some fresh meat, Nick.
It's
I know you're
Lex.
looking for that.
No comment. Dude, it's just Lex.
You
Ready
should
to go
see
to
him,
the
guys.
beach, uphold the law.
Yeah, that's
on the sand and catch some waves.
Look at those back. Look at the tries, and then look at the abs as well. I mean, the frontal abs, the glutes.
Superior genetics.
I see who you guys model that off of.
He's carrying this like.
Lex tá parecendo Blade de férias.
All the time.
I'm always walking, you know, down the.
Eles vão lançar uma skin parecida com Blade pra eles, pode ter
And the
certeza.
sandals as well. So this is a totally casual feel for Lex. So usually he's on duty all
Eles
the
poderiam ter
time.
colocado pistolas de água
Get this skin
pro
and actually
Lex.
take a break.
Yep.
And we'll be able to see him in game, of course, when this is all done. And of course, there's some added special.
Ficou legal ele de
definition
chinelinho.
that the skin
Eu achei
has,
legal.
some of the effects as well. And there's some Patriot weapons we'll be able to show off as soon as we're able to do that. So those are the 2 skins coming in with the summer chest.
Do we get to hear his voice though?
Yes.
Yes.
Lads. Time to run wild and leave a sexy corpse. Give me another one! Give me another one!
Parece o Latrell.
Ray Vision, babe.
Lex Ray Vision.
Oh god.
Eat it, posers. Bask in my excellence.
Oh my god.
And the excellence.
You
Oh.
jelly, bro?
You jelly, bro.
You jelly, bro?
Damn it, the O-line isn't in there.
Honestly, I think these are the best. These are some of the best voice packs I've ever heard for champions. They're so spot on and change the dynamic of these characters. I love it. Some really classic.
Lex é o negão do WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's
Que
fun.
merda.
It's anytime we get to be able to take our champions, you
Que
know, they
loucura,
have their
cara,
backstory,
não.
they have their
Como
personality, they have
você-
their tone. Skins for us is
Pornográfico.
awesome because it allows us to kind of take them and bring a whole nother personality, a whole nother tone, a whole nother theme, you know, and who they can be. It's just fun to play with that.
Hey Thomas, is Lex in the 1,000 Ab Guild?
He's not.
No,
He's
it's not part of his backstory?
No,
Okay,
that's
alright.
not. That's not canon.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious, man.
Oh.
I don't know. It looks like he's definitely a prime member, if that thing did exist. Of course, we're getting ready to go into game to show you off some Lex in just a bit, but you can see a sneak peek of who else has some of those weapons. I spot a big old cannon there.
Looks like an assault rifle. Looks
Is
like
that
a flat cannon.
Is that dagger?
Yeah,
Maybe some magnums.
Looks a little bit like a dagger. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And so, you know, just talking a little bit about these weapons. These weapons have the full treatment. So obviously they're Independence Day kind of themed, and you know, as the champions fight for
E
freedom.
aí, Kevin William, beleza?
But they've got full VFX. So VFX team again just did an amazing job. We've got a lot of red, white, and blue going on, kind of fireworks and so forth, kind of going with it. So so people can celebrate a little bit with their kills.
Fantastic stuff as we head into game here to show off
Eles falam
some new
gemendo?
freedom weapons.
That is
No.
excellent. Look at that.
You jelly, bruh?
Oh, yes, the firework.
Are you jelly, bruh?
Nice.
Oh, the sound.
And then
Do you hear the whistling of the rocket? Oh my goodness.
Não, na
So talk
verdade,
to us
só
about
essa
weapons.
arma
What
tem
exactly
um
do
tema
you get with
americano,
these
né?
weapons when you grab them? I mean, clearly the visual effects there, but there's even stuff so far as I think when he's reloading, it looks like there's a little bit of an added touch there.
Yeah, it's basically a full. I mean, we've done sound pass, VFX pass on it, and then obviously with the visuals of the weapons themselves, they've got that kind of like, you know, kind of color hued but like metal sheen kind of going across the weapons. You know, Dylan, one of our character artists, did a really good job across these weapons.
Quero ver o dash dele. Você vai ver o dash dele.
So since you have the longboard skin, it's like we should check out his slide.
Whoa!
Surf's up, bro.
Can we? Yeah, there we go. 3P.
Ele tem uma prancha.
No!
Yes.
You gotta
The
drop it
surf.
and get pitted.
What a
Come
dangerous
on.
way to surfboard.
It's not.
It's totally not realistic.
No, don't die.
Can you do it in the water?
Don't, no.
It
no,
allows
no,
you to
no,
use
no.
water.
It's a
OB
rare,
is
no.
pay
It's
to
a
win.
rare surfboard that
Pay to
doesn't
win.
allow it.
He could do it. Guys, what an
Yeah,
awesome
that's
little
gnarly.
treatment. There's not a lot of skins that I think provide that super dynamic change like that. I mean, this is kind of looks like one of the first I can really recall.
Yeah, so we had talked a little bit about it as far as like sand kicking up and stuff, and I think Cassie's role might have that.
Essa prancha vai cair
This
o
was one of those things
FPS.
that
Que
just
isso,
as the
cara?
team was working on it and kind of excited about the content
Não é
itself,
possível.
VFX team
Não
had the
é
idea.
possível.
We kind of quickly ran it through, made sure we had the time, and kind of snuck this one in. So it came out great.
And they're not showing you, but it really can go on the water, guys. Pay to win. Got to grab the skin. Make sure you can do that. And
Do we have the voice back? Because the old line is worth it. Oh, no, we don't have the voice back. Okay.
dang.
All right.
All right. Well, we obviously have more weapons to showcase. We're going to
Gotta
be
save something for
taking
the
a look at
PTS.
Será?
Nash as
yeah.
well. Here it is.
There you go,
Hey.
the fireworks.
Não, temos arma
The audio team
também.
did a
Temos
great job,
arma.
by the way.
Temos armas. Tem SMITE hoje?
That's all.
Acho que sim. Temos armas também. Armas americanas.
Amazing. Such a cool iteration.
Star Spangled.
And we're going to take a look at Maeve now.
Boom.
All right.
All right, the ribbons here.
Yeah, so if
So
you could, James could find like a wall or something where you can kind of like really, not the bright one. Yeah, so there you
Wow,
go. So you
that's
can kind of
beautiful.
really see the ribbons and stuff. It definitely pops out a little bit more in the shadows and different stuff.
Oh,
But yeah, the
see the
effects team just
stars
did a
in
great job.
Wow, that is sick.
Nick, I saw you playing Maeve on console
Okay.
earlier, and so if you're like
Oh,
missing your
yeah.
targets, hitting walls and stuff, you'll see a lot more of these effects. This
My
might be a
treasures.
good, yeah, this might be a good look for you, man.
My console Maeve's insane, actually. I don't need
I don't know, dude. Let's take a look at Victor as well. He's got the last weapon in the chest, so this is rounding things out.
My personal favorite. Star Spangled
Wow.
Assault Rifle. Yeah, that's right.
Even hipfire gets these great, you know.
Ah, disso tá tão pesado que nem o YouTube roda.
Yeah, the bubble flash.
Lol.
Do the
Como
bullets change as
assim,
well? I
cara?
know the bullets changed, I believe, on the wrecked weapons. But
Yeah,
maybe it's,
so
just the
it's
muzzle
a little
flasher.
bit different with
The
this. I mean, there's
impact,
still
yeah.
there's
The
still
impact is
bullets, so
red,
there's
white, and
impacts for the VFX coming off. Obviously, this one is doesn't have little darts, so
Beautiful.
America.
If you're feeling independent, looking forward to the break, you know what to grab for Paladins. It is the summer chest, has all of these freedom weapons in it, along with the sun-kissed Cassie and the longboard Lex, which allows you to slide on water. I'm serious, guys. You got to try it out. You have to get the skin first before you do it.
Ain't nothing like a summer chest, you know?
Ain't nothing like it.
What's the really best part about a summer chest?
Well, Nick, you tell me.
Oh gosh, here
If
we go.
not for a couple of cold ones.
Oh, Nick, you brought me a cold one with the so we can have it like boys.
Well, I mean, we have the boys,
Is this stream appropriate?
and we have the cold ones. Listen, if Lassus has taught me anything in my days,
Será que rola um campeão novo hoje?
it's that you can
Alright.
always
Sei.
crack open a cold
Well,
one.
That is true.
It's a Friday. It's
Let's-
summer.
Cheers.
Here's to OB53, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We had to get this in before I guess
God
Alyssa
bless.
came on because this would be not appropriate if she was sitting here as well.
She can be an honorary boy,
I don't know if she wants to be.
and then crack one open.
That's the thing. I think she might not
Nobody
worth
wants
it.
to crack one open.
need that.
It's not worth it.
You're right. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Sunscreen's doing all right there. Keeping just—it's a lot. This light is
It's really
coming
bright
in.
out today.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad
if
you have the
can't
hat.
tell. This is actually we're outside right now.
Yeah,
this is
totally.
Not, this is 100%
I saw
natural
Zig's
sunlight.
It's not
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
They don't let us outside.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, no.
Yeah, maybe you
The
guys.
chains don't reach that long.
Yeah.
So moving on, let's keep this show on the road. Making sure to let you guys know there will be a very exciting
Luciano
new
Huck não
pack
fala
in,
nada, tipo, what the fuck.
OB53 that might change the way you
Latinha de
play
Skull Beats,
your
né?
game. Let's take a
Não.
look at a little bit of a video.
Aquilo ali
Show you what I'm
é
talking about.
mijo de touro. Realm Pack. Olha a montaria de Jericho. Esse é um novo pack que você pode comprar, tá? 7 dias de XP e Gold de Bust. Só $4,99. Que daria em torno de R$15.
That Frostmare.
For
Yes.
$4.99, that's what surprised me. You guys,
That's a bargain.
So I was counting here. I had to write it all down, and I'm not sure I got it all. You get Frostmare, the new
Eu
mount
vou ganhar.
going into the realm. You get 10 Radiant
Da
chests.
Hi-Res.
You get 2 Flare chests, which is your emotes, your mastery poses, make you look a little cooler.
Chorem.
Everything.
Vocês vão ter que comprar.
That's right, Thomas. And 7-day booster, which means as you play, you're getting more XP, you're getting more gold, you're getting more champion mastery faster, and that is just for $5.
$5.
Holy moly.
That's a bargain.
That's a bargain if I've ever seen one. Makes you want to crack open a cold one with the boys.
I
So,
think the
Garrett,
Frostmare alone.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
it's like-
talk to us about this and kind of what
How's it gonna
incentivizes
fare
putting
in the
this through.
summer heat, though?
It is fun.
It doesn't care.
Yeah, it's internal.
There's some like dark, icy magic
Eternal
maybe,
cold.
or
Yeah.
it's got a little sinister hint on the saddle, like around kind of the edges there. But it is.
Qual é melhor, Paladins ou Overwatch? Eu prefiro Paladins.
I mean, we just got the Armored Stallion as well.
Cara, essa montaria é legal, cara.
Yeah, this.
I'm definitely rocking that. That's so
Yeah.
badass. I am rocking that 110%.
Yeah, on the art side, that's something that we definitely wanted to go. We knew early on that we were going to have a mount for this pack, and so when we were talking about it, and as there was negotiation on the design side as far
Quero a
as
skin da
how
Cassie pra
much,
começar a jogar com ela.
very
Ih, você não
generous
pode
how
jogar
much they were
disso.
going to decide to
Tá
put into
arrumando.
this pack. On the art side, we wanted to make
Como
sure
assim?
that if all they wanted
Por que
was
que
the
você tá
mount, that they
fazendo
felt
isso?
like it was a great value, and I think
What the
you know,
fuck?
character artists did a great job
Salve,
with this.
Vitor Bruno,
And in
beleza?
addition, VFX as well. Like you've got that great kind of frost kind of
Overwatch é mais da hora.
running into it.
That's
It's
awesome.
so good, so good.
I haven't
mean-
seen that yet either. That's really cool.
Just looking from an artistic perspective, this is the hottest.
Parece
despite being
Pokémon
the
esse
coldest,
cavalo, hein?
might be the
item
coolest.
in Paladins coming in OB53, but I mean, if you take a look at the Scarlet Charger, which I love because it's actually a bigger horse, it makes you feel and look different while you're riding in on the realm. This is
thing
even
is
less than
nuts,
the
man.
cost of the Scarlet Charger itself.
É novo
as an entire
Pokémon.
pack with all that
Quem
stuff
é
you're
esse
getting. So this is like
Pokémon?
insane. If you're
It'd
not
be crazy not to
if
pick
you're
it
not
up.
riding
Yeah.
this, I don't know what to say about you, man. Yeah, this is awesome stuff. So really exciting. I'm glad we
only
get more mounts in
$5.
here.
Yeah, that's good.
So let's talk about the other things that are coming new. We got more new. That's what it's all about here.
Always
at
new.
Paladins.
New.
We've got mastery skins. Of course, each patch we try to add a few of those. Thomas, you said maybe 3.
Esse cavalo veio de Asgard, será?
We have 3 this patch.
Eu vim de
Congratulations,
Asgard.
Thomas. Hands up for Thomas, guys.
So
he made it happen
the team
for us.
pulled it out for me. So
3 more champions.
I wasn't a
É
liar.
a Pônita.
Theirs, and it is going to be Buck, Willow, and Androxus.
That's right.
So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very happy about those choices, especially the Andrew one.
Yeah, I was about to say, people have been really excited about Androxus, and we wanted to make sure he got some love in this patch.
Skins de maestria de Buck, Androxus e Willow, ok?
Oh my gosh.
Perfect
Nothing.
to ride on the Frostmare.
Oh, so good.
That's scary. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And Androx is running at you.
That's
on
full
a
edgelord.
Spiky Ice Lord death mount.
Can we show the emote or the MVP? The animation team, again, is just, they're doing a great job with these things. Oh, is that a no?
That's a flare
And-
chest.
That is so.
Well,
Once
that's
you get
because we might have to actually unlock it in the program to
Sorry,
make sure we
didn't
get
mean
the
to break
MVP.
anything.
But no, that's great because actually,
Cadê
one of the
a
coolest things that I look at now,
Só,
the colors, right? They
mano.
always kind of sparkle and look different on different champions. Like one fits one the other, right? You're like, oh, that Cosmic looks so good on Maldamba, right? Or that Obsidian, awesome on Eevee. But the MVP poses have their own kind of culture to them. They're their own very showcase of personality.
Look at that.
And this is to me what makes it right here.
So it's a little bit tough.
The emotes and poses.
You know, we're still trying to figure out a way within our system to kind of show this off a little bit better. But so you can't see the full thing, and I don't believe we're set up to go into game for it. But he rises up. He's got that medallion up above him that shows off, your level, because that's important. And then the gun itself actually bites it, and that's what he's pulling it down with. So yeah, it's a really good one. So.
The MVP pose.
Eu não sei, eu tô achando que essa pose do Androxus aí é pra trollar a Blizzard, cara.
That's way better than
Eu não estou levantando nenhuma coisa aqui, mas eu acho que essa pose do Androxus fazer assim, dar uma levitadinha, é meio pra trollar a Blizzard, cara.
And lethargic. I'm not very zealous about
Não sei.
continuation of my games after that. Of course,
O
we
Reaper
do
não
have a
faz
few
isso?
more mastery skins. You're going to have to wait to see that. Hopefully we'll have some assets you guys can take a look at later through the patch notes. But of course, that's coming out in OB53. Again, Buck and Willow getting theirs as well. So make sure to unlock those and grind those masteries. But another big thing happening in the realm and actually outside of the realm, since we're outside right now, I guess clearly it makes sense too. We've got something
It's hot.
you guys all try to make
Well,
jokes off of that
não
one
sei,
comment, and I
eu
love
olhei
it,
aquilo
and
ali, eu
that
achei que era
finally
meio...
getting the win there. That's right.
It's the cold ones.
I throw one, and I get 3 jokes.
We should have these every time.
Okay, so
So make sure you got your branding right and square with the camera.
back to the
Very
most important part here. We're going to be heading to Spain for DreamHack Valencia, which is the next big esports competition for Paladins and SMITE as well. Make sure you're tuning in from July 13th to 16th, where the action will be taking place. But if you're watching and if you're around at that time, you're going to have a chance to maybe get a cool, unique skin.
Eu vou criar um
just
vídeo tipo
around that once-a-year
de bait,
event.
tá ligado? Hi-Rez manda um recado para Blizzard. Bam. E aí, Metamorph?
You wouldn't last a day on my streets. I've been carving up thugs like you all my life. I guess that's cool. Okay, now no more playing around.
So
DreamHack está chegando.
DreamHack Mave. Talk to us about this skin, guys, and kind of what the idea is about it. We didn't see a
Eu talvez vá transmitir a DreamHack.
Yeah. My favorite
Vocês
part
querem
is
que eu
the
transmita
personally
DreamHack?
is, so
Vai
as
ter
you
uma
can
skin
see,
da
it's got this, like, super high
meio
contrast, white and black coat. Actually, I think the
Laranjada,
logo is also on the back.
da
But
cor
the coolest part,
laranja.
I'd say, are those is like kind of the
Making
incremental
me
textile, like square pattern that kind of
ordinary
modulates from the base of the coat up and down the back of it. It's so cool. It's kind of got like this digital.
DreamHack é um campeonato.
And the manner at which you get this skin is not standard, right? You have to, as Evan kind of touched on, you gotta come and watch the DreamHack. We'll be giving away a bunch of these skins, so definitely show up. We would love your guys' support, and in return, we're willing to hook you guys up.
So what's so cool about this initiative is it seems like it's something that really works for the community. And, we'll talk a little bit more about the specifics again. Just watch it, but now you can see it in action. What?
Eu acho que a Hi-Rez poderia adicionar a opção de terceira pessoa ao SMITE.
The moment we knew
Tá na hora
we were
deles.
gonna
Ó,
do
do
it,
SMITE não,
DreamHack as a
desculpa,
partner,
Paladins.
is great. We're looking
Acho
for
que
the
tá na hora
tournaments and everything
deles
else, and they
adicionarem a
got the
opção de
logo
terceira
on there.
pessoa.
We kind of pulled
Porque eu quero ver as
their
skins,
kind of
né?
iconography,
Já que estão lançando skins, coloca em terceira pessoa, cara. Vai. Aí tipo, tem a opção, você joga em terceira ou joga em primeira. Quem gosta de jogar em terceira, joga em terceira. Quem gosta de jogar em primeira, joga em primeira. Isso já existe dentro do jogo, tá? Tanto que quando às vezes buga, você consegue jogar em terceira pessoa. Um bug, né? Mas eles poderiam adicionar lá a opção, olha, eu quero jogar em terceira pessoa. Pá, você vai lá e muda.
Kind of almost like a digital kind of approach toward it, so which is really nice.
Nick, your console Mave is sick, man. Are you gonna grab this one?
This is what I'm gonna need. This is definitely what you need to frag on console.
You know what's so interesting is these. The last time we did this promotion, I was in DreamHack and they gave away the Pip skin. I don't know if you know about that. You had to play while during the
Tem gente que gosta de jogar em terceira? Tem, ué.
Casting, I didn't get
Por
it
que
for
não?
like a year after that.
Feels bad.
Feels very bad.
That sounds really
Well,
bad.
at least you have Blood Moon Cassie and Quicksilver Ying, haven't you?
A jogabilidade do jogo
Right, Nick.
permite jogar em terceira.
Do you have them both now?
Hot zip. Hot nothing.
Hot zip?
You don't have them now?
All I have is my console Mave, alright?
Oh.
And we know how
E
sick
aí,
that
Felipe,
is.
tá rolando patch note. Jogar em terceira pessoa poderia desbalancear o jogo por causa do campo de visão expandido, acho. Não, muito pelo contrário. Você tem vantagens e desvantagens no jogar em terceira pessoa.
Definitely tune in, check it out. Yeah, I can't. That would have been bad. That would have been real bad.
You don't got any French in you?
No, not really.
Get that wash.
Or Italian.
All right, it's time to move on to the next one. It is still
Deveria colocar essa opção.
skin season here, and despite the summer chest, this one goes back not just a season. It seems to go back a few decades or jump forward. I never can
Venderia
tell what
muito
kind of,
mais
era
skins.
these novels
Anotem
and
isso
type
aí.
skins take place in.
Já que eles querem
so it
vender
is going to
skins,
be
né?
Steam Demon Androxus coming into the realm in OB53. Man.
Que é isso, velho? Steampunk da Androxus estranha.
So it's been a while since Andro. In fact, I don't know if Andro has ever had a
Parece
full
besouro.
skin
Parece
with
besouro.
weapon combination.
This is his first epic.
This is his first.
Exalted, kind of.
But
Yeah, but they were different
Não,
times.
não é FPS em terceira pessoa. Em terceira pessoa seria TPS.
At a later point and stuff. But yeah, and he's had a few that have been tied in with some of our partners and some of our other promotions and stuff. But yeah, this is by far kind of his most impressive and
fazendo lá mais uma vez mandando recado pra Blizzard, ó.
And so obviously this is reminiscent of steampunk, right? Going into that kind of era and where everything is kind of advanced.
Não, acho que Paladins não deveria ter mais
he's still got the revolver, but he's kind
características
of running in
mais.
this I
Can we get
guess
a close up on that weapon?
lab coat. I mean, we're going to
Parece
be able
besouro, uma abelha,
to see this
demônio.
in game because of course this is coming with a voice pack and effects.
Yeah. Full epic here. So
Acho que em terceira pessoa iria ficar muito pesado, mas eu não tô falando que o jogo passaria a ser em terceira pessoa. Ele já tem isso dentro dele, tá, galera? Entendam. Ele já possui esse recurso de terceira pessoa. Tanto que às vezes buga e você terceira pessoa. Já existe essa opção no jogo de jogar em terceira pessoa quando buga, né? Mas não tem como dizer, né, que eles deixariam uma opção para quem quisesse ativar e jogar em terceira pessoa. Assim como quem quisesse jogar em primeira pessoa. Você poderia ir lá no seu menu e jogar em terceira pessoa. Eles poderiam colocar essa opção.
This is too good. So, again, more lines that I just can see as like canon of Paladins when you're playing your games.
It's
so
a
amazing.
wild difference from the base, right?
It is.
You have like normal Androxus, which is that like deep, like edgy kind of badass, and this guy is like that a little bit more maniacal, like crazy German scientist, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely is like super different from the norm, and I think helps really sell the image.
You know, when you were looking at designing the skin, Thomas, did you guys think of that? I really want to go and to give Androxus like a different feel, maybe more of a human feel with a little bit of silliness tacked onto there since he's so serious all the time?
I mean, there definitely is that, like, and I think a large portion of our artists also like kind of enjoy the more humorous kind of skins. That said, like, I mean, we're still, we're beta, we're still fairly new. There's still a lot of skins that we want to do for all these characters, and obviously, you know, some of the.
O que falaram pra Blizzard? É só uma brincadeira, Prisma, porque o Androx está fazendo a pose do Reaper.
Kind of badass ones
Mas
that I think just
é
like
só uma brincadeira.
instant, like you see it, you hear about it, you whatever, you're just like, okay, can we just do that now?
Yes.
And stuff, and so we're kind of going through a lot of that. There's some humorous stuff that we're playing with and can do as well. But like for Androxus, for his first one, our edgelord, like he just kind of needed something like this, and this just
Temos aí a skin dentro do jogo.
great. You got the VFX.
Olha que bonito que ficaria o jogo em terceira pessoa, cara.
Steam off the valves. So it's
eu jogaria, cara. Sério.
It's really good. So and while this is definitely a whole new theme and stuff, it's actually a really good skin for like a little bit of mixing and matching and stuff. So if you think about like his X skin, where you get the kind of glowing green horns and stuff, it's really nice.
And that revolver really like jumps at you. You know, again, it's like for me, I think. Looking at it overall, it just has such a collaborative piece. But even if I'm in 1P here, myself, this gun like is totally different.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite weapons we've done so far. Like I think like. Needless to say, steampunk is definitely successful. I think it fits our art style very well. Yeah. It's something that we're going to probably explore a little bit more in the future.
A mira em terceira pessoa funciona do mesmo jeito que em primeira. Sim. Até mesmo porque eles não criaram um jogo para ser em terceira pessoa.
Yeah, it's a custom reload, by the way, also for you guys. That's okay. I think its sound is actually missing.
Eles não desenvolveram para ter uma mecânica em terceira. Mas tem como você ter a visão do seu personagem em terceira. Caraca, tem barata no negócio.
Are different and unique. You know, you just think of Ash and, you know, that motorcycle kind of sound which he's doing kinetic burst. This to me is a more delicate version of that, where you still get the distinction, but.
O que você acha dos sorteios fakes de hand spinner? Nem sei. Rolando isso, salve Mary.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Just slightly, but yeah, definitely.
It's got a different sound too. I like it.
Yeah. What about give us a Defiance, love.
Salve Characo.
Yeah.
It's got
almost more impact, I feel like.
I take the sound. Yeah.
Like an old school,
like a Full Metal Jacket.
Really big pistol that you're using that like you reload.
Perdeu bastante coisa, Douglas.
The pirate pistol takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Eita, vou fazer sorteio de hand spinner então.
Skin as well. We should probably do some pirate stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good idea. We should
hand spinner.
I need a pen.
Do you have something to write down?
Yeah, can I write?
You'll remember it. You can watch the VOD later, Thomas.
O que eu posso fazer
so of course
de
that is
spinner
Steam
aqui?
Demon Androxus, complete with the voice pack, the weapon, and the actual skin from head to toe. You're going to be able to outfit it. And again, Garrett brings up a good point. You can customize. Just use the weapon. Just use the head, and then go on to some other things. I mean, this is going to look sick. Great stuff added for Androxus players and anyone who just enjoys playing the Link role at all. How are they going to be able to get this one?
This one is going to be in the weapon and the champion skin
Meu
chest.
hand spinner.
So not direct purchase. You're going to have to go through the skin chest. But there is a kind of a good thing that we're doing for that.
Gente, pelo amor de
And
Deus.
also, if you roll it, just again, the champion skin
Coisa
chest, you
tosca.
get the whole thing.
Got it.
So you get the voice, the head, the body. Definitely an awesome deal.
Fantastic stuff there. So we've seen everything. That is it for the skins for today, and of course OB53. But there's a lot to go through. Of course, one of the smaller, but I think more requested features over the past couple of, I know, it feels like it's a couple of years, but years really, is the ability to not only create loadouts, but be able to uncreate loadouts, or another word that we like to call, yet a single void for quite a while now, delete loadouts. I hear that's going to be joining us in the realm.
You may have heard that, yes.
I may have heard that. Let's see in game. I mean, if it's in game, it's got to be a real thing, right?
That glorious blue X.
Oh!
Would you look
Later. Later loadout.
Yep. So yeah, we really hope you guys enjoy the functionality to kind of tidy up your loadouts now. You can, very ease of use, clip and clean and delete and create new ones. You can also do it just by saving a new loadout.
Finalmente vai poder deletar o loadout, né? Antigamente não dava, hoje vai dar. Olha lá, tem um xizinho lá em cima, você vai poder clicar ali, ó, tipo, delete. Finalmente. O que tem contra o spinner? Eu não tenho nada contra o spinner. Eu não tenho nada a favor.
Now they can't ask for anything, right? I mean, we gave them delete loadouts. Now you guys are happy. You go home.
There's always room for more stuff.
Oh, so politically correct.
30 de junho.
Joke with me.
O Open Beta do Hyper Universe. Obrigado, Cool.
Okay, guys,
muito obrigado.
it's time to get into the real deal. All right, we've messed around for long enough with skins.
Vou pegar meu hand spinner pra você.
Nobody needs that.
Nobody makes mistakes.
What we really need, and you're right, Thomas, nobody makes mistakes.
Hand spinner.
I've never made a loadout I didn't want in my life.
No, every loadout I make is perfect. Okay, what we really need right now is talk about some balance.
Oh God, we're gonna need more cold ones.
We're gonna need some more cold ones, Nick. I gotta get ready for this though.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is a good one.
Vamos ver se meu hand spinner fica muito tempo girando.
Oops. You know, I came prepared for the summer.
Vai.
Did you?
Let's go.
Tá girando meu hand spinner.
Sun's out, guns out.
Suns are coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Nick, let's talk balance.
Vou trocar de mão.
Flex. Get it? I get it. All right, here's the deal. This patch, before we get into the balance segment, of course, I want to kind of talk to you about, is there an overall
hoje vai ter sorteio?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's let people get prefaced here.
Well, especially as we move, I think on the console, it's important to note, try to make the playing field sort of even, right? Good experience for everyone on all consoles and all levels.
Sensacional.
So, just making things a little bit more easier.
Aui é bom Deus? É sim.
Yeah, and I think you know that's a good point. Maybe not specifically, you know, obviously taking into all kind of player bases into account, PC, console.
Não, nada contra a hand spinner, só tô brincando.
So, making sure that the game feels really accessible to people, right?
Yeah.
And some of these champions that have a little bit more of a skill gap or issues, not necessarily bringing them down, but also adding to their kits, maybe adjusting to their kits so that they can be.
Many frustrations.
Só estou brincando.
Sure.
That's a good way to put it, I think.
Yeah, and of course, looking at that, let's take a
Eu
look
não tenho
at
código de 400 gemas.
of the new changes coming through. So first up, we have Androxus. Now Androxus, somebody that you're very, very interested in. Reversal, he's had a couple of bug fixes, and we're going to fix the bug where Androxus would remain immune after reversal was interrupted. That's going to have a bit of a change, as well as a bug where reversal could return too much damage when absorbing an AoE effect, aka combustible, shooting back like 4,000 damage reversals. Just was a little surprising for everybody there. We're also fixing a bug that caused Defiance to fire an extra shot when used to cancel an emote. I'm not sure who was even right-clicking in the first place for Androxus, but shame on you. And if you were doing that now, I guess you won't have that extra shot
nunca
while
jogou
you're emoting,
peão.
so tough luck. Go back to the left clicks that you weren't using. Pretty easy to summarize there, not much happening for Androxus.
That's just min-maxing right there.
Min-maxing.
I emote into my Defiances always. Gotta get the most out of my character.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. I mean, bug fixes.
Sure, bug fixes for him. All right, let's take a look. Coming in after that, as we, you know, obviously you guys see just the
and this
summary
comes back into
of
the
all
right,
this.
so like interrupted, that's things like Makoa Hook that just got reinstated, basically where you can in fact go through reversal with Makoa Hook. So that's the kind of scenario that this is addressing.
Great. Moving into the next
Vai
direction.
comer muito milho amendoim hoje, Ciro. Por quê?
Coming up for us.
O que tem hoje? Festa junina?
She's going to get some changes here. Of course, Ash, the brand new champion before it became Zensanity last patch. She did pretty well for herself. It was a lot of fun knocking people off of edges, but her range was definitely one of her, I think.
Olha, aumentaram o range da arma da
So the weapon range is going to be increased from 50 to 80. So not quite a double increase, but she's going to definitely be able to impact the point from farther away. She's also going to have increased explosion fall off as a result of that. Nick, let's break down what that actually means.
And so basically,
galera, acho que eu vou fazer sorteio. Vamos ver se vocês vão. Vou sortear o Loki. Mentira, não vou sortear meu Loki. É o Loki.
Very important.
That's a big range increase, though. She has a good gap close, but the shoulder bash is very like hard commit. Like I'm about to go into this fight, and now she'll be able to kind of chip and poke at people, and she exceptionally bullies people in the backline pretty well. So that's like that'll help her, you know, do that.
Ele não foi feito para desestressar, foi feito para ajudar as mães com filhos com problemas mentais. Mas é justamente isso que está acontecendo.
And it does force, you know, for those you have the ability, right? With great power
Salve, Matheus, faleiro,
beleza. It will
beleza.
fly past them, and if you actually miss,
Justamente isso
the
está acontecendo, cara.
that change
more aggressive.
Means it's more aggressive. So you have to directly impact, but if you do, you will be more
Entendeu?
rewarded from farther away. So improving the potential high skill cap and also helping to affect her range on the point. That's going to be it for Ash. Of course, coming in after that's the stay-at-home dad of Paladins. Now, if anybody likes to crack open a cold one, it's me and my man Barrett. After a long, hard days of work or watching the kids, making sure the turrets are all right, he is going to be getting a little bit
Não tô chamando ninguém de retardado não, ó, que
when
isso.
hitting with less pellets.
Não chamei ninguém de retardado não, que isso. Tô dizendo que o negócio foi feito pra gente retardada. As pessoas estão usando, não chamei ninguém não.
The shotguns are kind of RNG where the pellets go.
Eu não chamei ninguém não.
Sometimes if you're on right the edge of the spread or maybe very far away, you're just doing very, you know, irrelevant chip damage. So this is to kind of help him bring up his floor a little bit.
Yeah, cool. All right, so maybe you can have a little bit of more success when hitting with a little bit of that blunderbuss, all of it, and help him out in the realm as well. So a couple of buffs there. It's pretty good. Pretty good so far. Okay, let's take a look. Buck. Oh, God. Woo! Fix an issue where Heroic Leap would not properly go on cooldown if Buck was pulled to the ground by an external source. Just a little bit of a bug fix there. Actually, not quite a huge.
Já soube que hoje, sábado e domingo, no SMITE está dando 10 gemas para cada vitória do dia, Sirius? Não, Lucia. Agora estou sabendo. Vou jogar.
Basically, you would hit the ground, right? You still kind of fly through the air.
Sure.
But when you complete the run, the slam down, you do the damage. If that doesn't happen, then it won't go on cooldown.
Okay. All right. So Bug getting that little bit of adjustment as he was.
Já está no final do patch note, sim, da live não.
A very small adjustment here as well. We fixed a tooltip bug, where Accelerant said it was increasing knockback by more than it was.
Os conjuntos de skins do Paladins ficam mais baratos de ter uma peça delas no baú? Ou Alexandre, eu não sei, cara. Valeu, Action. Até mais, cara. Assista os vídeos do canal, recomende o canal para todos os seus amigos e também não amigos. Um abraço.
Yeah, so it actually was 40%, although you guys thought it was 50. That's what the tooltip said. It was actually 40. So now everybody just knows that when they take a look at it. Moving on, we've got Cassie, the Hunter's daughter. This is going to be an exciting one for all of you who play Cassie. Of course, you just got the Sun-Kissed Cassie skin. So if you want to grab the skin, you're also going to be shooting your projectiles a little bit faster from 500.
Você joga Paladins com inscritos fora da live? Eu só jogo em live, ô Renato. Eu não tenho tempo para jogar fora de live. Tô esperando vocês fazerem live de MXM. Talvez hoje eu jogue, não sei. Hoje eu não sei o que vai acontecer aqui, cara. Hoje vai acontecer muitas loucuras. Muitas loucuras acontecendo de uma vez só. Vai comprar alguma coisa na promoção de férias da Steam? Não. Se eu for comprar, não vai ser pra mim. Eu não, os jogos que eu quero jogar são de graça. Tirando Black Desert, que é
it's going to hopefully help her to confirm and deal with some of those more, like you said, anti-air kind of situations where some damage dealers are picked up. Let's often the choice for that as a result of the hit scan, but these projectiles firing faster could change things. Let's take a look at Drogos, the fire-breathing lizard or something in the realm. He's always been doing well for himself. We're fixing a bug where Drogos' fire spit detonation was not properly mitigated by blast shields. So now, if you're taking blast shields, you'll obviously be a little bit safer from his AoE.
Alguém faz beat aí pra gente.
Bask fixed a bug that caused Bask to only heal you if your rockets hit while Salvo was actively firing.
Basically, this is a big one from Bugsy. He kind of found this one out. What it means is, you know, there is that channel time, right, where you're releasing all 6 of the rockets.
Yes.
So most of the time, that means you would only get healed off the first 2 as you were still firing, channeling the tail end of it. But now, when you
tem sexta-feira 13 hoje? Hoje é sexta-feira, não sei. Talvez tenha.
Obviously, the other bug fix just now properly mitigated.
Yeah, great. All right, good. More cleanups, good quality of life changes for Drogos there. Moving on.
MXM, meu LOL, MXM.
Evie. I know it's summer, but the Winter Witch has a pretty good patch ahead of her. She's
Qual é,
an increase in her
tocou na minha ferida,
speed
cara.
from
Me
100
machucou por dentro.
to 200. She will be having those projectiles move through the realm twice as fast going into OB53.
Você jogava algo quando era criança e adolescente? Sim, muitas coisas. Não vai comentar sobre a live? Estou comentando sobre a live. Você não está percebendo? Beat Axtro. Essa é a minha live. Você quer que eu comente sobre o que eles estão falando? Não. E aí, John Gex, beleza?
Absolutely, yeah. You should
não, não sou corintiano, não.
The big thing here is the projectile bump and the loss of the bonus damage. So it's kind of the trade-off again. It's more confirmable with those shots, and as a result, you'll probably be able to hit more of them, and we'll be able to get away with them hitting less hard.
Olha, aumentaram a velocidade do tiro dela de 100 para 200.
A lot of these changes also feel really good for the champions. How they'll upset or, you know, obviously adjust the actual scenes, whether it's casual or high-level competitive ranked or professional esports, yet to be determined. Now, heating things back up again with the Spaniard, Fernando. He's getting himself a little bit of a a spicy buff here going into OB53. The Flame Lance is seeing an increased weapon range from 30 to 50.
Olha, vai aumentar o range da arma do Fernando. Não sou corintiano, cara. Olha o range de 30 para 50 e reduzir o cone.
So there's
not a whole lot more help for you. If you can't hit your shots with Fernando, I don't know what else I can do for you besides point you to Torvald.
Oh, wait a second. We're not at Torvald yet, Nick. We're not at Torvald yet.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Watch out here. Okay, as you can tell, there's a lot happening in this patch. Let's take a look at Grok, the orc. Shaman Smorks in chat.
Aumentaram o range do ataque.
He's going to see an increase in his range by 20%, going from 100 to 120, being able to affect targets a little bit farther as well. And also, his legendary Wraith fixed a bug where Wraith could only activate once per life. It will now recharge after 30 seconds. Man, how did that get? We don't know that one.
Joga de
Maelstrom Grok for life.
Maelstrom kind of definitely sold the show.
Aumentaram o range de 100 para 120.
Okay. He was the one that found that one, and like, because frankly, I just didn't play it very often. He was a big proponent in kind of figuring that out, exactly what was wrong with it. So now that one's all squared away. But the big one is the range for me. I mean, there are so many times with Grok where I'm just like, I just need a little bit more. They're just at a little
farther away,
and now you'll be able to get him.
Awesome. Grok gonna hopefully be impacting your games more, and you'll be able to play him a little bit more success viability here. Of course,
ninguém joga de
talking about
Grok.
success
Quem não joga de Grok? Eu jogo de Grok.
Let's take a look at Grover. He is coming through, and of course Deep Roots.
Nossa, aumentaram o speed do project, cara.
You're gonna maybe get hit by
a escala de dano
consistently here if your aim is on point, because his throwing axes, first off, has increased the projectile speed from 230 to 350. So, yeah, 120 added onto what was originally 230. It's also reduced the damage scaling value from 200% to 150% as a bonus. So you can't get as high in terms of the actual damage that you're scaling to. The other additional change is that the damage scaling max range has reduced from 300 to 250, so you will hit your max range a little bit closer. And of course, crippling throw, let's talk about that. He's got an increased damage of crippling throw from 300 to 400, and he's also increased the projectile speed from 230 to 350 as well. So watch out for those axes. Whirlwind, his ultimate, now grants CC immunity, and he fixed a bug where Whirlwind could not be canceled. Wow.
I mean, as sad as I am to see the
estão sorteando quem vai nerfar ou bufar, provavelmente é isso que está acontecendo. Eu prefiro jogar Paladins, João Vitor.
You can't hook him away from his team. Unfortunately, like much, you can't polymorph him into a little god chicken, keeping his whole team alive. But yeah, the big stuff here, high level, is more confirmable. You don't have to leave. They don't hit as hard, but you'll probably again be hitting a lot more often, more consistently, more speed, a little bit more damage, just more confirmable all around.
Are you excited, man? You used to love Grover.
I'm gonna give him another whirl.
Gonna give him another whirl. That goes good. I actually.
Esse game tá rolando patch note de Paladins, cara.
Which is something that Bird pointed out to me as well. Considering how we changed the elimination reduction for cooldowns.
Probabilidade de lançar uma skin do Grover com Sylvana em cima são bem altas.
Reload. Taking the 40% elimination reduction card, because he's so ability powered based with the crippling throw, with the blossom healing, really helps him to be more effective in fights. I mean, you kill somebody, crippling throws right back up, kill them again. You can just keep on rolling. All right, Trey McGinn could be here sooner than we think. I know that is them, by the way. Okay. Anara, Canessa, Lex. I think they don't have anything. Canessa, however, improvements to the weapon fire feel. I unfortunately don't have that on my notes, but.
Boa noite, Sirius. Só live pra amenizar a dor. Perdemos dois entes queridos. E aí, Du, o que aconteceu? Assim, eu sei o que aconteceu, mas assim, cara.
It will be a bug fix that retribution would not reveal his target. So now I
Acho
guess
que Paladins está com uma comunidade melhor. Até mesmo porque a comunidade de SMITE praticamente não existe
mais. A lot of people have been asking about Maeve. They want to see Maeve get buffed. Of course, she's got a new skin coming through. Now, this isn't necessarily a straight buff, but you could take it that way because one of the difficulties with playing Maeve is the fact that she just has an insane amount of drop on her weapons, and it kind of makes it difficult to judge the farther you are away how you're going to hit somebody. So, the daggers have reduced projectile drop by 25% now. And also a card called Scar Tissue fixed a bug causing this card to work incorrectly.
Yep, so she's she's very squishy. She relies on healing that can be cauterized. So this, along with Eevee,
você ser tão legal e bom no que faz, poderiam te patrocinar. Me patrocina DC Gamer. Me dá dinheiro. Patrocina DC Gamer.
So this will give you a couple vulnerable targets. You won't have to be as reliant on finding an angle. You can still contribute to the fight without having that line to the back line.
Excellent stuff. All right, moving on to Makoa, the big dog of the sea. He's going to be getting an increased projectile speed as well from 185. Theo, get ready to fall out of your seat to 250. So he's getting quite a bit of love here for hitting those shots. Up Path you too. You guys have been playing a ton of Makoa lately. Dredge Anchor also fixed a bug where Dredge Anchor was ending its travel to the left of the crosshair at maximum range. Dredge Anchor will now converge with the crosshair at maximum range. How about that?
There you go. That was actually... That was a little
Boa noite, Papanico.
You know, that a lot of people kind of highlighted on. Kami, I think, made a video on that actually. So now, instead of like having to do that janky thing where you aim like a little bit to the left or to the right to get your hook to land more consistently, now you can just put it straight on and land it every time.
Beautiful, beautiful from Makoa.
Cadê a agressão? Tiraram, nunca mais voltou. Porque o povo da Central Smite te odeia tanto. Porque eles queriam ser eu, e aí quando você não pode ser alguém que não é você, você quer atacar aquilo porque aquilo não existe mais, entendeu? E aí, Casual Random, beleza?
I was behind a green screen, so that's why I think that's totally
the best of us.
Yeah, Garrett's nodding his head. He knows that's possible. He's a designer, guys. Listen to him. Mending Spirits fixed a bug where Mending Spirits could not heal through enemy shields, so now it can. Good job for you. Damba's going to keep their tanks up alive a little easier. Spinning Cobra increased the projectile speed from 180 to 240.
So more in the line with the confirmed
30%.
damage, more consistent, more easy to use, especially with slow-moving projectiles. We've done a couple of things: gravity, fall-off, friction, all kinds of little numbers tweaking, just trying to get that snake to feel right. Because no one's really done a snake weapon before. It's taken us a little bit of time, but slowly we're getting Long Johnson to be the best weapon.
Não condeno os invejosos. Se eu fosse eles também queria ser eu. Eu não queria ser eu, não. Eu queria ser o Kobe Bryant.
I love it.
Manda salve. Deixa o PLL. O que é PLL? Isso não é piada, não, né?
Olong is just, what is it? He has a brother, sisters?
He's the oldest and longest.
He's the oldest and longest. So is what's
Johnson household?
What is it? Young short? Young small Johnson? Is that his youngest brother? What's the? How does it work?
I don't know, man.
You just made it up. What are you talking about? You don't know.
Vai trazer gameplay do Hyper Universe quando lançar?
Oh
Sim.
my God. Just act like a family historian here.
Enough talking about Johnson's.
Okay. All right.
Next change.
No more cold ones for you, by the way. Pip. He's going to be seeing the same treatment as a lot of people. Potion Launcher, increased projectile speed from 250 to 300. Acrobatics Pip. It's meta. You heard it first here. Dropped. What?
No.
What? No. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't see this part. It's cut off.
That on the patch.
Dropped and continue traveling. It now will explode on contact with the wall. Hold on. Ah, Evil Mojo. Fixed a bug where Evil Mojo ignores wall. Persist until the wall drops and continue traveling. It now will explode on contact
Pequenas
with the wall.
mentiras.
So take that, Inara. Congratulations, Pip.
Keystone eu ainda não recebi key pra jogar.
Turnips.
More bug fix.
More bug fix. Okay.
There's a lot of them, man. These are really coming through.
They really are.
Catching steam.
All right. Now here's a big one as well for you healer main Ceres.
Pretty little, okay? Pretty little.
Orbs. Remember those things that hit you after she throws
you into that hole, converges
the shadow realm onto you. Well, she's going to see an increased projectile speed from 70 to 150. Those will be traveling more than twice as fast now in the realm, but that's not all. They also will be basically losing almost half of their remote proximity distance, which is essentially their space that they take up on the map. So it'll be maybe a little bit harder to hit them, not as wide their collision. That'll be going from 4 to 2.5. Now shadow travel.
Significado.
Probably the hardest, I would say, healer to kill. She is getting a duration reduction from 5 to 4 seconds, so you can only stay in that 4 seconds, and a cooldown increase from 12 seconds.
Pretty little.
Yep, so just a little bit too hard to kill. It's kind of frustrating, right, when she fades to black, and you're just like, well.
Lears, pequenos segredos, né?
She can just clear so much distance with it, have it up as well. She's got a fade to black. That when you're channeling your heal, basically, it's cutting the cooldown continuously.
Como ficaria?
Shadow travel. So she's got really good uptime on a really good escape.
O que é Lears? Eu não sei o que é Lears. Isso é uma música, cara. Por que você tá falando que isso é uma série? É do Secret.
Congratulations, Ceres. Rip your shadow travel, but you're gonna be
Estão me confundindo, peraí. Deixa eu ver, Google Tradutor. Vocês estão me confundindo. Se pede semana que vem.
She's coming through. She's actually going to be seeing an adjustment to preparation, the legendary that allows you to reset your hidden all your cooldown basically on eliminations. Now you got to actually kill that target, which is interesting because I mean, a lot of times you do get the kill as Skye if you're playing her well, because she has such high DPS, but still, I mean, a little bit more high skill added to that legendary.
Yeah, like you said, most of the time you're probably going to get the kill because you have probably the highest DPS on the battlefield, but I think what this prevents is like you just poking at a couple of people, right, in a panic. I've done this before. I've gotten away with it where you hit somebody for like 30 damage at max range, you get the elimination, and then you just take off in stealth once again. So you have to be, the legendary is designed for you to go in, get a kill, get your reset, and then you can get out, right? Where you're not trying to be.
Então seria pequenas mentirosas? Ah, tá. Pequenas mentirinhas ou pequenas mentirosas? Pequenas mentirinhas. Pequenas mentirinhas. Ok, não assisti não.
So, Torvald, he's going to be seeing an adjustment to his range. His range will be increased from 41 to 50. Allowing him to affect space a little bit farther away from himself. He's also seeing a reduction in shield health from 5,000 down to 2,000. He's also seeing an increase in his health.
Você acha que deveria ter um controle coletivo como cegueira, tipo visão toda branca? Não, flash que você está querendo dizer? Não.
Nick, talk to me about these changes.
So
Flash, mas tem flash no Paladins, não tem?
You basically need Wrecker to counter him, so when you do have Wrecker, he becomes almost irrelevant. He's never picked up in esports because they have, you know, the mental capacity to be able to decide and pick up Wrecker.
Yes.
Whereas a casual that's just getting into the game, maybe doesn't understand the item system, doesn't understand all the characters, you know, inside and out, doesn't know that, and Torvald just steamrolls them all game, and they can't do anything to kill this guy. And another thing that it makes it do is he's got a kind of a low HP pool. He's around like the bear.
Quem tem a melhor cura, Ceres ou Ing?
So what this is going to do, not only make him easier to heal because he has more HP to heal, and more of that, you know, sustain is in the pool now. But he'll be less reliant on needing Wrecker to kill him as he's only got.
Qual o setup dele? Exclamação setup. Yanning Gamer, beleza?
Yeah, Torvald definitely an outlier in terms of what you have to do to effectively counter him and how well you have to do it. And if anybody slips up, how strong he is outside of that. So this will hopefully bring him into the realm of the other tanks in terms of that, and then put them on the same playing field. And I think if Torvald needs adjustments, it's going to be a lot easier moving forward to actually buff him the right way.
Na verdade, aumentaram o HP do escudo dele, então ficando louco. De 3.500 para 5.000.
Willow coming in at almost last year. We still got one more after that. Willow, she's joining the pack. She's seeing an increase in her projectile speed from 250 to 300. Yay, Willow.
There you go.
2 buffs in a row.
Todos estão com projétil mais rápido.
Looking good. Although I see a lot of scoring being played.
I'm a blast flower guy.
I'm a blast flower guy till I die. That's right. All right, Zen. Finally finishing this off. Zen will be seeing the ability to allow. I'm just going to go with these. These are much better than the ones I have. I don't know how I got these. Zen fixes enchant projectiles not stimulating properly on other clients, so that should help. Counter also now blocks projectiles while swinging the counter attack, even when not equipped with retaliation legendary. Billow also is
Como conseguimos ver com a série se ela tem uma venda nos olhos?
0.2
Ela não precisa dos olhos para enxergar.
No pre-hit before getting into Billow. It will be immediate based on your reactions, and you may now jump while in Billow.
Turn up. That's a good one. So Billow, it's your safety, it's your get out of jail free card, but if you can't jump up on the little obstacles and stuff, that's it makes it less of a get out of jail free card. So now you'll be able to move around the map just as you would normally. And then the big one for me, honestly, is the counter, right? Because, you know, counter legendary or not, this affects both of those, where while you're swinging the ting and doing your cone attack, you would actually have been vulnerable before, but now you're just going to be completely immune the whole time, whether you're running the counter legendary or not.
Okay, so I just want to make sure.
Escolha mais somente
the general selections here. I think we've covered everything. There are a couple of bugs here. Fixing a bug where they cause legendary effects such as combustible to deactivate.
Modo história do Paladins ficaria legal? Acho que não é necessário modo história num jogo assim.
There are also a couple of issues where
ele não tem PvE, cara.
accepting a match invite at the last second. There should
não faz sentido existir modo história no jogo.
For that as well, address an issue when sometimes emotes would not play in kill cam, which is so important. You got to see the emotes there.
Apenas explicar o porquê os personagens estão ali lutando, eu acho que é necessário, só isso. É o suficiente.
However, the majority of them are on patch notes. There's a lot of bug fixes. We
Cool.
did put a lot of effort into this patch and cleaning up a bunch of stuff. So I definitely suggest you guys read them, but we won't take up too much of your time on stream.
Yeah, it's been a long balance section, which is why I wanted to kind of move it forward in case there was anything pertinent. But again, all of these will be on forums.paladins.com, and you can go ahead after the show and take a look at these. And of course, one of our lovely people who helped put together the patch notes, so you guys can read them there. It's High-Res Alyssa.
Hello.
Over there. You show on the gun show? I don't mind that. All right, listen, how are you doing? You know?
Ok, galera, aparentemente o patch note acabou, sei lá o que vai acontecer, ela vai ficar comentando ali e questões da comunidade, né? E eu acho que já tá o suficiente pra gente, NESTE, buff,
Solas, how you doing today?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Isso aí,
You got some stuff to talk about for us?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So first off, we usually do our community question segment now, but I wanted to have a little bit of a different format this time. So we're going to be discussing one system in particular, which is the Essence system. So a lot of our players and a lot of people in our community have had kind of questions and concerns about the Essence system. So Garrett, can you kind of give us a designer's perspective and your thoughts on it?
Sure, absolutely. So as of now, we are definitely listening to your guys' feedback.
Eu vou ali e já volto, tá? Só vou beber uma água ali, fiquem aí.
Games in beta, we do a lot of iteration even on these core systems such as Essence. So things tend to change over time, and if you've been with us for any amount of time, you know this. As of right now, we are looking at the data very closely, seeing how it impacts our player population. I have no actionable items for you at this time, but that's where it stands right now. So please continue to leave feedback for us. Thank you.
It's all about finding that healthy balance, you know, between something that's good for our game and our game economy, but also fair to our players. So we look at the data, we look at player feedback, but we have a really big vision for the game, and we want something that's sustainable. So
absolutely.
Cool. All right. Well, that's really all I wanted to discuss for the regular community question segment, but I've got a lot more to talk about. So first off, the rec chest will be going away in this next patch in OB53.
Sayonara.
So make sure if you are interested in the rec chest to grab it this weekend or before the patch releases next Wednesday. It will be your last chance for that. But don't fret because we've got a lot of sales going on this weekend, so you'll have a chance to grab it. First off, we've got the Founders Pack sale, which is on PC and on Xbox, 33% off.
It's an awesome deal.
Hey!
Both platforms.
If you're going to spend money on one thing in Paladins, it
100%.
should be the Founders Pack, in my opinion.
It's like $13 right now. It's a really good deal. You get all the champions, you get Radiant chests, you get all the gold back for every single champion you bought already, skins, just a ton of stuff.
Too?
Yes.
I think you get a huge chunk of Essence.
Yeah, tons and tons of Essence. So it's a really good deal right now, so grab it while you can. Like I said, it is on PC and Xbox on sale right now. Then we also have another sale, the Gabe Said So sale, going on Friday through Sunday. This is a huge one.
My man.
50% off all current chests and 50% off all of the pre-OB48 cosmetics. Everything. And this is on all platforms, Friday through Sunday.
Since when did Gabe get so familiar with Sky? Gabe got a girl. Gabe's like in a relationship. What's going on?
I don't know, man.
Hey,
I don't know, Gabe.
In the sauna stays in the sauna.
I don't judge.
Wow, Nick, that's a public place, dog.
Time's ticking.
Oh, man.
Anyways, but that's not
good.
all.
That's
We've
good.
also got a free champion weekend, Friday through Sunday. All of the champions will be unlocked. You can play them all on PC and console, and if you like them a lot, be sure to grab the Founders Pack. Like I said, it is on sale.
Well, that is an excellent weekend that we've got here. So many things on sale. We got the Gabe Said So sale while Gabe's, in the sauna with Sky having fun. You guys can have fun, get some things at a very, very discounted rate. We got the rec chest leaving us, but more chests coming in. The Founders Pack sale, if you guys want to be a part of that. And the Champion Weekend event where you can play all these cool champions. That's coming up this weekend, so make sure you tune in to Paladins and check that out. I also want to make sure you guys know that there are a lot of esports happening this weekend as well. Tune in tomorrow and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time to find yourself the chance to watch some cool, high-level esports action from Europe and North America, but also maybe grab yourself a Blood Moon Cassie and a quick Silver Ying skin. If you get those, it's basically God saying that you're a great person.
And if you don't get them,
what?
If you don't get them during the first broadcast, the PC Premier qualifiers, guys, the console wars are still going on immediately after the PC qualifiers. So make sure you stick around. Give yourself the best chance at a Blood Moon or a Quicksilver.
That's absolutely.
Or maybe both.
Or maybe
in
both.
The first day.
In the first day,
Who knows? Or maybe neither.
Hey man, I didn't choose this life, dog. It just happened.
Playing the hand you're dealt. I get it.
It's right, man. So, you know, we're trying to keep things friendly. Thank you, everybody who's been on the show. To obviously Hi-Res Holt, who's not here anymore. Alyssa, Garrett for coming by. Hi-Res Prettier, of course. Garrett, lastly, before we leave, when is PTS available? When can we play?
As always, guys, as soon as possible.
We're going to do my outro right there? As always, remember to
never.
As always, remember that we never have an answer.
There's a coordinated like
Garrett,
for when PTS.
When, if ever, should we give up or stop gaming?
Never.
You guys are my kind of people. All right, so yeah, when is it exactly?
Always shooting for today.
Always shooting for today.
All right.
Later. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us as well. My name's been Rain Day, Evan Rayner. Join us again next time in a couple of weeks. We'll have some more announcements then. Again, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. EST.
Basicamente isso. Teve mais alguma coisa interessante? Ou não? Acabou o patch notes, né? Basicamente isso. Já não aguentava mais esse povo da Hi-Res. Vai se foder mesmo.